when you turn 60 and beyond, who will truly stand by your side. In your younger years, the answer might seem obvious: your family, your closest friends, the people you've known for years. But as time passes, life changes. Priorities shift. People get busy. And suddenly, you realize that the support system you always believed in might not be as reliable as you once thought. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about understanding where real stability comes from and making sure you are never left vulnerable when you need support the most. When you build a strong foundation based on these 6 pillars, you gain the security and independence that will carry you through life's challenges. Stay with me until the end, because these 6 pillars may completely change the way you think about support. Once you understand them, you will never feel powerless, alone, or unprepared again. Before we begin, I have one important question for you. Are you ready to take control of your future and build a support system that will never fail you? If so, leave a comment below with the words, "I choose strength," and let's start this journey together. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Graceful Elderly for more insights on living a strong, independent, and fulfilling life after 60. The most reliable support you will ever have isn't a person, it's your financial independence. Money may not buy happiness, but it does buy security, freedom, and peace of mind. As you get older, the reality becomes clear. Relying on family for financial help is not a plan, it's a risk. Your children have their own lives, their own expenses, and their own families to take care of. Even if they love you deeply, they may not always be in a position to help when you need it most. Take Richard, a 72-year-old man who always assumed his children would step in if he ever faced financial trouble. He had helped them through college, lent them money when they needed it, and was always there when they called. But when an unexpected medical issue drained his savings, he turned to his kids for help, only to realize that they were struggling with their own mortgages, bills, and financial challenges. Not because they didn't care, but because life is unpredictable. That's why financial stability is one of the strongest pillars of support you can build. It's not about being wealthy, it's about being prepared. It's about having a plan for emergencies, a steady source of income, and a clear understanding of how to manage your money so you never have to depend on anyone else. If you're in your 60s or beyond, it's time to ask yourself, do I have enough savings to cover unexpected expenses? Is my retirement income secure? Have I minimized financial risks that could leave me vulnerable? If the answer is no, the time to take action is now. Learn how to budget wisely, avoid unnecessary debt, and invest in long-term stability. Because at the end of the day, your financial security will always stand by you no matter what life throws your way. Pillar 2, your physical health. There's one thing in life that no amount of love, money, or support from others can replace: your health. After 60, your body becomes either your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. The truth is, you can have all the financial security in the world, but if your health fails, your freedom disappears. And while family may care about you, they can't exercise for you. They can't eat healthy foods for you. They can't stop the effects of aging for you. Too many people neglect their health, assuming that when the time comes, someone will be there to take care of them. But the reality is, even if your family loves you, they have their own lives. They may not have the time, energy, or ability to be your caregiver. Depending on others to manage your well-being can leave you feeling powerless. Take Carl, a 68-year-old man who had always been active in his younger years, but let himself go after retirement. He figured he had plenty of time to get back in shape. But before he knew it, his energy levels dropped, his mobility declined, and simple tasks became difficult. His children visited when they could, but they couldn't be there every day to help him. Eventually, he realized that if he wanted to maintain his independence, he had to take control of his health, not tomorrow, not next year, but now. You don't have to train like an athlete, but small, consistent efforts make all the difference. Move your body every day. Eat foods that fuel you instead of harm you. Take your checkups seriously. If you've been ignoring warning signs, aches that won't go away, difficulty walking, changes in energy levels, it's time to stop pushing them aside. Your future self will thank you for every healthy choice you make today. Because at the end of the day, your strongest support system isn't your children, your siblings, or your friends. It's your own ability to stay strong, active, and capable. And the more you prioritize your health now, the less you'll have to rely on anyone else later. Final thoughts. Build the support system that will never fail. Your reaching 60 and beyond comes with both wisdom and challenges. And while family may always hold a special place in your heart, the reality is that the most reliable support you will ever have isn't found in other people. It's found in the foundation you build for yourself. Your financial stability ensures that you never have to rely on someone else to get by. Your physical health determines whether you can maintain your freedom and independence. If you have these pillars in place, you will never feel completely alone. You will never have to beg for support, feel helpless in difficult times, or wait for someone else to step in and save you. Because true stability doesn't come from hoping others will be there for you. It comes from knowing you are already prepared to stand strong, no matter what life brings your way. So now, I want to hear from you. Which of these two pillars do you feel strongest in? And which one do you want to improve the most? Drop a comment below and let's start this conversation. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Graceful Elderly. Here, we don't just talk about aging, we talk about thriving, staying independent, and building a life of strength, wisdom, and confidence. Hit that subscribe button and join a community that's here to support you every step of the way. One of the most powerful forms of support as you age isn't found in people, it's found in your sense of purpose. When you wake up in the morning, what motivates you? What gives your life meaning beyond routine? What keeps you mentally engaged and emotionally fulfilled? Too many older adults find themselves drifting through retirement, unsure of what to do next. Without the responsibilities of work, raising children, or maintaining a busy schedule, life can feel quieter, sometimes too quiet. And if there's nothing to replace those old responsibilities, it can lead to a feeling of aimlessness, boredom, or even depression. But here's the truth. The people who stay happiest and most fulfilled in their later years are those who never stop growing, learning, and engaging with the world. They find new reasons to wake up excited every morning, even if those reasons look different from their younger years. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher. When she first left her career, she felt lost. She missed the structure, the students, and the sense of contribution that teaching had given her. Instead of sitting around waiting for purpose to find her, she decided to create it herself. She started mentoring younger teachers, tutoring students in her community, and even taking online courses to learn about subjects she had always been curious about. One of the most powerful forms of support as you age isn't found in people, it's found in your sense of purpose. When you wake up in the morning, what motivates you? What gives your life meaning beyond routine? What keeps you mentally engaged and emotionally fulfilled? Too many older adults find themselves drifting through retirement, unsure of what to do next. Without the responsibilities of work, raising children, or maintaining a busy schedule, life can feel quieter, sometimes too quiet. And if there's nothing to replace those old responsibilities, it can lead to a feeling of aimlessness, boredom, or even depression. But here's the truth. The people who stay happiest and most fulfilled in their later years are those who never stop growing, learning, and engaging with the world. They find new reasons to wake up excited every morning, even if those reasons look different from their younger years. Take Margaret, a 72-year-old retired teacher. When she first left her career, she felt lost. She missed the structure, the students, and the sense of contribution that teaching had given her. Instead of sitting around waiting for purpose to find her, she decided to create it herself. She started mentoring younger teachers, tutoring students in her community, and even taking online courses to learn about subjects she had always been curious about. Suddenly, she had a reason to get up every day, a new chapter filled with excitement and fulfillment. She wasn't just passing time, she was actively shaping her future. A sense of purpose doesn't have to be tied to work or career. It can be found in hobbies, passions, creative outlets, and even in helping others. Teaching or mentoring, passing down wisdom to younger generations, can be incredibly rewarding. Volunteering, helping others, provides a deep sense of fulfillment and connection. Exploring creative pursuits, writing, painting, gardening, music, these are all forms of self-expression that bring joy. Learning new skills, whether it's a new language, an instrument, or a craft, lifelong learning keeps the mind sharp and engaged. The key is never stopping, never settling, never believing that life's best moments are behind you. The happiest, most resilient seniors are those who create new goals, embrace new experiences, and find new reasons to be excited about the future. The final pillar of support that keeps people strong, stable, and at peace as they age is their connection to something greater than themselves. For some, this means faith and religious beliefs. For others, it's a sense of spirituality, mindfulness, or a deep appreciation for life itself. Regardless of what form it takes, having a strong spiritual foundation provides comfort, guidance, and a sense of inner peace, especially during life's most difficult moments. Life is unpredictable. Challenges come when we least expect them. People leave. Change is constant. And in those moments of uncertainty, having a belief system that grounds you, reassures you, and helps you find meaning can make all the difference. Take John, a 78-year-old man who had always been independent, but started facing serious health issues. Instead of fearing what was ahead, he leaned into his faith. He found peace in prayer, comfort in community, and strength in knowing that he was not alone. Even when his body became weaker, his spirit remained strong. Faith and spirituality also provide something just as important, a sense of belonging. Many seniors find great fulfillment in being part of a church, temple, meditation group, or spiritual community where they feel supported, connected, and valued. But even outside of traditional religion, spirituality can be found in moments of gratitude, in the beauty of nature, in mindfulness practices that bring inner peace. It's about having something that keeps you grounded, gives you hope, and reminds you that you're part of something bigger than yourself. Daily gratitude practice, writing down a few things you're grateful for each day, can shift your mindset toward positivity. Meditation or prayer, taking a few quiet moments daily to reflect, breathe, or pray, can bring calm and clarity. Engaging in spiritual or religious gatherings, being part of a faith-based or spiritual community, can offer deep emotional support. Having a strong spiritual connection, whatever that looks like for you, becomes a guiding light through life's ups and downs. It provides comfort when things get tough, joy in everyday moments, and a sense of purpose beyond the physical world. As you age, your true support system is not just found in family, it's found in the foundation you build for yourself, Your financial stability ensures you never have to rely on others for security. Your physical health determines whether you remain independent or dependent. Your mental and emotional resilience allows you to handle life's changes with strength. Your social connections beyond family keep you engaged and prevent loneliness. Your sense of purpose gives you a reason to wake up excited every morning. Your faith or spirituality provides peace and strength, no matter what life brings. When you cultivate these 6 pillars, you are never truly alone. You don't have to fear the future, because you know you have built a life of strength, security, and fulfillment. If you've ever felt uncertain about aging, if you've ever wondered what kind of support will truly be there for you, now you know. The greatest support system isn't something you find, it's something you create. Every small step you take today is building the future version of yourself. Choose strength over dependence, purpose over passivity, and growth over stagnation. Because the best years of your life are not behind you. They are still ahead, waiting for you to step into them with confidence. One of the greatest challenges in life, especially as we grow older, is learning to let go of people, expectations, regrets, and the version of life we once imagined. Holding on to things that no longer serve us can become a silent burden, weighing us down and preventing us from truly embracing the present and the future. Letting go is not about forgetting. It is not about dismissing the past. It is about releasing what no longer brings joy, peace, or growth, so that we can make room for new opportunities, new connections, and new experiences. Many older adults struggle with changes in family dynamics, feeling distant from children or relatives who once played a central role in their lives. It is painful when relationships shift, when visits become less frequent, or when loved ones seem too busy to prioritize the bond you once shared. But here's the truth: clinging to disappointment only steals your peace. Take Helen, a 75-year-old woman who spent years feeling hurt that her children no longer visited as often as they used to. She resented the changes, feeling forgotten and unappreciated. But over time, she realized something important. She was spending so much energy focusing on what was missing that she wasn't appreciating what she still had. Instead of waiting for her children to fill the gaps, she expanded her circle. She started reaching out to old friends, joining new social groups, and investing in hobbies that brought her joy. And something incredible happened. She no longer felt alone. When she did see her children, the time together felt more special, more fulfilling, because she had stopped placing all of her happiness in their hands. She let go of the past expectations and embraced a new way of living. Letting go applies to more than just relationships. It applies to grudges, regrets, and unrealistic expectations of ourselves. Let go of past mistakes. Everyone has regrets, but dwelling on them does nothing but hold you back. Learn the lesson, forgive yourself, and move forward. Let go of resentment, whether it's towards family, friends, or circumstances. Carrying anger only hurts you. Choose peace over bitterness. Let go of outdated beliefs. Just because you've always done something one way doesn't mean it's the best way. Growth comes from being open to new ideas. The most free, happy, and peaceful older adults are not those who have had perfect lives. They are the ones who have learned to release what they cannot change and focus on what they can. One of the greatest lies society tells us is that after a certain age, change is no longer possible. That who you are at 60, 70, or 80 is already set in stone. But the happiest, most fulfilled older adults know this isn't true. You are never too old to learn something new, start fresh, or completely reinvent yourself. Too many people reach retirement and assume their best years are behind them. But what if, instead of seeing retirement as the end of something, you saw it as the beginning of a new chapter? Take George, a 72-year-old retired engineer who always had a passion for music, but never pursued it. For decades, he told himself he was too busy. Then, when he retired, he told himself he was too old to start learning an instrument. But one day, he decided to challenge that belief. He bought a used piano, found a beginner's guide online, and started practicing. For just 20 minutes a day. At first, he struggled. His fingers felt stiff, his progress was slow, but he kept going. After 6 months, he could play entire songs. After a year, he was playing for his grandchildren. After 2 years, he was performing at local community events. His story isn't unique. Across the world, older adults are learning new skills, starting businesses, finding new passions, and proving that transformation is always possible. Reinvention doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be as simple as learning to paint, dance, or write, trying a new type of exercise or movement, exploring a new career path, or starting a small business, moving to a new city, downsizing, or embracing a simpler lifestyle. The key is to stay curious, stay engaged, and never allow age to become an excuse for not trying something new. You're not finished growing. You're not stuck. The next version of you is waiting. You just have to be brave enough to embrace it. Reaching your 60s, 70 seconds, or even 80 seconds is not a time to slow down. It's a time to fully embrace the life you want to live. For too long, many people have spent their lives fulfilling obligations, meeting expectations, and putting others before themselves. But now, this chapter belongs to you. The most fulfilling way to age is not by waiting for others to dictate your happiness. It is by taking full control of your time, your choices, and your future. Too many people postpone their dreams, saying, "One day I'll travel. One day I'll try that hobby. One day I'll put myself first." But one day is today. Take Eleanor, a 78-year-old woman who always dreamed of traveling, but spent years telling herself it wasn't the right time. When she became a widow, she almost gave up on the idea completely. Then, one morning, she woke up and asked herself, if not now, when? She booked her first solo trip, a simple weekend getaway. She was nervous, unsure if she could navigate a new place on her own. But after that first trip, she felt alive again. One trip turned into another, then another. She met new people, saw places she had only imagined, and for the first time in years, she felt truly free. Freedom doesn't always mean traveling. It can mean setting boundaries and saying no to things that drain you, making time for what brings you joy without guilt, surrounding yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, letting go of fears and doing what excites you. The happiest people in their later years are not those who played it safe. They are the ones who took risks, stepped outside their comfort zones, and refused to let age define what they could or could not do. Aging is not about fading away. It's about stepping into the boldest, most authentic version of yourself. It's about realizing that your best years are the ones you choose to make great. The 6 pillars: financial stability, physical health, emotional resilience, social connections, purpose, and spiritual strength are the foundation of a life lived on your own terms. When you build these pillars, you create a future where you are independent, strong, and completely in control of your happiness. And no more waiting. No more wondering. No more living for someone else's expectations. Now is the time to do what makes you happy. Go after what you want and create a life that feels full, vibrant, and deeply fulfilling. Because your story is still being written and the best chapters are yet to come.